we had, we controlled it. We even had a house, Yoruba house, in London. Oh no, Nigeria embassy later. We were lending money to the federal. We controlled our ports. We were giving civil servants to some West African countries. So, a be Yoruba nation now is that they took all these things from us. They took our autonomy from us. Have the full restructuring, have the full derivation, the devolution of power, have the full true federal system. And that created some confusion in the minds of our people. Àwọn ní kíní kan ló ń pariwo pé wọ́n fẹ́ dógun lẹ̀ ni, wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe kíní ni. Some will even not. You see how easily ní Gbadé tó change orúkọ ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan. In the old now nation, some people would rather drop out. Èmi ò fẹ́ kán dójú mi. Nobody is saying that. It's not a crime, for instance, to say that we should go to what used to work for us. Now, before I bring the next speaker in, let me also tell you, this is not new. We are not reinventing the wheel, although we can twitch it on and make it even more, at least better. Towards independence, at in the 3 regions, our forefathers, without any question, including the grandfather of those who are saying we are not going back, they met. Nigeria by independence, to take care of some minorities. Well, the country can be north, west, and east. But in between those things, there are some minorities. They now agree that the country will be split into, we will split the country into 3, into 3 northern regions and 3 southern regions. That was the agreement. The colonialists now said, if we are going to do that, then we will delay independence because we will want those new regions to take off and stabilize. That one is like, no. I want to create our region. I create it for our. And after independence, the only region that came was the West, and for political reasons. The 2 major ethnic groups gathered them together and then decided to decimate and then deal with Awolowo or deal with the West. Midwest, it came in. The Midwest will now say, it came from plebiscite, we came from that. Yeah, we were not opposed to that, but the middle belt that was supposed to come up in the north and some other things in the north never materialized. And then since then, one north. We are the same. We are not. The north is not the same. We know that. But for political experiences, they decided that this is what is going to be. Now, in Konto, power independence here. And after independence, even the 3 regions that later became 4, the soldiers came in 1966, and with just decree like that, they abolished the federal system, they abolished the regions. And then things will come from Lagos. Lagos was the capital then. And here we are, more than 6 decades after that. Our development stopped. The West, that was the pace setter, became just another place, to the extent that most of our cities are now being populated by those who could not manage, who actually caused the problem. They were coming to us, taking our areas. So there is no, why am I saying this? I'm trying to tell us that if you are one of the people saying restructuring, you are right. Here among us is the same thing. If it is true federal system, which was what we were practicing under this, you are in the right place. If you are the people that are one of those that say, well, we want Nigerian nation now, we are, but that is not what we are saying. We are saying, let us go back. Let's go back to what has worked for us. Let's go back to where our clock of development stopped and restarting from there. Thank you very much. And the next, having said that, Dr. Fapounda will walk us through some of the things, some of the papers. Some of those papers have been actually printed. They have been posted on the platform. But to enjoy it, even to read mine, I had to go and print them out. If you have a printer, print them out, stay with it, study it. That will be the forerunner of our discussions everywhere we go to. Thank you very much. Dr. Fapounda, are you there?
I'm there, sir.
Yeah.
Will I proceed?
Yes, please.
Okay. My dear brethren at home and across the world, I salute everybody and I thank all of you for coming to this event. This event will kickstart something fundamental if we take it seriously. And I believe we will take it seriously. As my brother has said, we have been on this for years. In the last 3 years, we have been saying same things. I chose to put my remarks in writing for this occasion. It's already shared on the screen. What is there essentially is what my uncle Banji Ayiloge has already said. The paper that you have, I have many documents, as he said, on the platform. I would like to appeal that all of us, we should try to read small slogans, small soundbites doesn't make us to form a coherent opinion. We need to read. Ideas are just have to be formalized. In those days when we were in HSC or even secondary school, you read and make comments on the margin, you raise questions, you read over again, you appreciate the issue being raised, you put it in your own mind, in your own language, then you assimilate. Now, I wouldn't like to talk too long this night. I put all my ideas on paper. So in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 days, I would like to create the joy of everybody to read all the papers that I've posted. I've actually stressed myself in the last 1 week to put all these ideas on paper because talk is so cheap. So we are now, where are we as Yorubas? We want our own nation, or we want to align with how Nigeria will evolve and evolve with it. But we don't even evolve with it. We'll set the pace, we move. We are used to being pace setters. So we'll set the pace and we drag everybody else along with us. That is the reason why we want to form this Western region of Nigeria movement. We'll be the first to form it. And in the next 1 or 2 months, if you do it well, Nigeria will know that the Yorubas have come again, like the way it was in the 50s. we will drag Nigeria along, and they cannot stop us. In fact, we have been stopping ourselves. What is stopping us? But we're just talking, lamenting. After Fulani, this. Who can stop us? Nobody. If you know what you are doing. So this paper that I have on the screen just highlights how we are in Nigeria with our brethren in the East. They don't really like us, but we don't hate them either. Because if you think about it, what a temerity to think that you can take over Western region as premier in 1952. You are a guest, and you really had it in your own mind that you become premier over all Yorubas in 1952. The fact that
network problem.
if it came to the Igbos, is very good person. Said you are just mere guests. So, and the Northerners, because we are Muslims like them, they use that religious connection. But Yorubas will not lead in a mosque where Fulanis are. They will not allow it. I live in the north. Anyway, let me not dwell on that too much. The bottom line of this paper is that we have three tendencies in our society, Yoruba society. One group have been calling for Yoruba nation as a slogan. Beyond shouting it or sending your WhatsApp post, what else? Nothing. Second tendency, at home, we have been making speeches, editorial in Punch, in The Guardian, begging and pleading for restructuring. Who is listening? Nobody. The third tendency, Nigerian Yoruba politicians, they want to join mainstream and be in Abuja and be part of the contracts, part of sharing the booty of Niger Delta. That's the third group of Yorubas. And those are the greatest obstacle. They are the one who doesn't want it because, you must understand, many of them sold their house to run for election. And they want to recoup their money. So they don't want to listen to say, oh, this. Now they want to recoup their money and they want to continue relevant in the next election. So what are the options that we have? We can be romanticizing, oh, we love Yoruba nation, we want to be on our own and all that. But we say that eternity. To do that means you have to declare unilateral action. And we know what happened to Biafra if you declare unilateral action. We are too wise, we are too learned to just declare that we are now free from United Nations some organization, then land in Ibadan and take over secretariat. Or how do you want to do it? In fact, the Igbos are waiting for us to do that. They will gang up with all others to fight us. We can't do that. The other option is for us to work towards asserting our rights within Nigeria. Nobody is going to stop us unless ourselves. So I believe in that option. That's why the proposal is on for all of us to consider to form a Western region of Nigeria movement, a movement that has objectives, that has plans, that have goals. And we can do that with all legality and with all sense of seriousness. It's like you are living, you are a family. You are sending all your children to school. Your neighbor is sleeping, is doing party. Let him be doing that now. He will see that your children are all making it over some time. You work on your own. Nothing is stopping us in Yoruba from doing what we want to do. This movement, I want to appeal that all of us who are here, we are now 46. This is even too large. When Obama called for action group, only about 7 to 9 people showed up. Only 7 to 9 people showed up. And action group became a movement, became a political party. Honestly, I can't believe it that somebody in 1954 will conceive Cocoa House when people are living in thatched houses and was able to project it out. People are living in rural area and he was able to bring good policies and people are able to embrace it. So let's far back to 51, 52. We were all in the bush. Awolowo came with a vision to transform our society. And he worked only till 1962 and stopped. That's our challenge. So nobody is stopping us. I put there many. Okay, we like to eat meat a lot. We like to eat meat. So who is stopping us from raising cows? Who is stopping us? And Awolowo tried it in the 50s. We abandoned it. So what's stopping us from raising cows? But our governors now, Adegbeshola, Fayemi, Abiodun, they are building airports. They are building airports. They are now setting up cattle ranches. Who is stopping us? Nobody. The road between Ibadan and Ilesha is the worst in the world. The one between Abeokuta and Ibadan is the same. What is federal road? Is federal government suffering on the road? Why do we accept to be suffering because federal government is in Abuja? Why? Why? All the lorries that
Net
going to the east, going to the north, wheeler trucks. What's wrong with wheels? Passing through tankers, passing through lorries, luxury buses. Why can't we charge a special transit fees to balance to raise money? So there are many things that I put there. Who's stopping us from having our own jam? The North has IJMB since the 70s to enter ABU. They don't use WAEC. They started NECO when they know WAEC was too rigorous. Nobody stopped them from starting IJMB in the North. So why allow our own children to be asked to score 300 marks? Why some children are scoring 100 and they are entering universities? Why? Why? Why are we doing that? Why don't we have our own driver licenses? Why? Why can't we have our own vehicle inspection departments? Why not? Why can't we have our own ID system to know who we are? So there are so many things that we can do as Western region without declaring secession, without saying we are a nation. No, we will be a nation in practice and in understanding, not just in mouth. That is the thesis that I'm trying to promote today in this meeting. Okay, not to stop, so I can give room for questions. I have produced 2 documents. It's on the platform of the Western Region of Nigeria movement. The first document is fundamentals of what the movement should do. Please, take it and read it. It's just about 7 or 8 pages. It's like outline form. What are we supposed to do? Why are we going to be set up? What is our objectives? What are action plan? Is in that document. Second document, which you already have, is the blueprint. It's almost 60 pages.
Yeah.
That says, what are we going to be doing step by step? We have to have committees that will take charge of many things, which in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months, in the next 9 months, in the next 1 year, the country will know that the Yorubas have come. They know the Yorubas have come. Please read that document, study it, and correct it, because it's my, in fact, I'm not a document over. I just drafted it and posted it. If I go over it again, I will have more ideas to add if I go over again. So we want Western region of Nigeria movement as an initiative. From this day onward, let us embrace this idea. I'm just your servant, and we are going to have leaders of the movement. Let all of us be ready to lead. Let all of us be ready to contribute. Nobody is going to be, we are all intellectuals and we are all gifted. Let's put our intellect to use. So having done that, let me just briefly now talk about how this idea came about. I produced an 18-page document about 3-4 weeks ago. I didn't intend to do it at all, to be honest. I was on television. I saw that President Tinubu already approved national anthem. My brain just started working into overdrive. I never knew what is on their mind. I just saw they rammed through national anthem, Nigeria will LD. Then I said, maybe they want to really do something serious. So let me test them. Roll back to 1978, 1966. Let's roll back to 1963 then. But I did not put 1963 there so that I will not antagonize some people. So I produced that 18-page document. Secondly, I know Buhari said he doesn't know what restructuring means. He said so. People say, what's restructuring? What is this? What is fiscal federalism? Okay. I put a document. This is one flavor of a true federal system. And I shared it on about 2 or 3 platforms. I never knew this thing would just get traction. I never knew. I decided not to put Afenifere, which I'm director there. I decided not to put Voice of Reason, which I'm a member. I decided not to put Eminent Elders Forum, which I'm a member. I decided to answer my own father's name. I just put the document forward. And the document has gained traction. What are the elements in the document? Let me just go over it briefly. We're supposed to have a federal system with 2 tiers. Each tier must have its own constitution. Not the one we have now, where we have one document covers everything. That is wrong. So 2-tier federal system. Then, in the experience of the monetized polity now, where you need 100 million to buy from, we cannot afford the way we are running presidential system. It's very wasteful. In fact, if we do it in 2027, to be asking for 200 million for form, because there is now naira devaluation. Maybe you need 1 billion to run for president in 2027. Maybe. Because Coke now is 400 naira in Nigeria. Bottled water is 500 naira. That we used to buy 17 naira before. So then I propose regional equality. So as to cure the fraud in census. They not believe there are 100 million, 200 million is fake. Okay, let's remove population. Let's have fewer regions. Let each region be equal. So no need to lie about population again. It's also there. Then exclusive list. There are 68 items. I proposed only 12. About 18 concurrent. The rest is residual. I'm just talking about the features of the document that I circulated, 18 pages. Novel of it is that corruption is killing us in Nigeria. We must adopt the French system where you are guilty until proven innocent, not when you are supposed to be innocent until proved guilty. And I put a clause there, not that you'll be asked to be guilty immediately, no. A court of law must listen to the prosecution and agree that you have a prima facie case to answer. From that day, you have 60 days to prove that you are innocent. Otherwise, you go to prison. You know whether I made myself clear in that respect. You are taken before a court of law for breach of trust or corruption. The process will be that Constitution will put the case before the court. And the court will determine that you have a case to answer. From that date, onus is on you within 60 days to prove that you are innocent. Or the court will now confirm that you actually have a case to answer, and they will pronounce judgment. It's a novel. The corruption is too much. It's too much. Too much. So minorities, another thing in the map. Nigerian states now is full of so-called injustice. We sat down with mostly middle belters, especially, and I learned a lot that Southern Borno, they don't have any chance to become anything in Borno State. Southern Yobe, they don't have any chance to become anything in Yobe State. Southern Bauchi, Abalewa local government area, they are slaves in Bauchi. Of course, we know Southern Kaduna. Southern Kaduna, they are oppressed in Kaduna State. Zulu area of Kebbi State. We did all these things. They don't belong to the Northeast zone or Northwest zone at all. So we drew a map that takes all these oppressed minorities into their own region, and it's gaining traction. It's gaining traction. They are buying into it. I can assure you that. I will report on that subsequent meeting. Let me not waste time today. So I want to round up now. I appreciate the chance to speak to a big audience like this. This is the cream of the Yoruba society in Nigeria and overseas. We don't get it more than this. We don't get it better than this. If not us, who? Nobody else. It is us that we are here. That we have to, from this point onwards, decide that we want to really propagate this movement to restore our self-determination rights within Nigeria. And we are going to have many program activities to show for it. We will drag Nigeria along with us if we are truly serious. So that is my message to all of us today. Finally, I thank everybody. I thank my brother Banji Ajiloge for agreeing to moderate and chair this meeting. And I'm done. I'm ready for questions or comments.
Yes, thank you. And Dr. Fapounda, I was listening to one channel, an Igbo channel. The Yorubas now have been vilified because of that map. They said these Yoruba people, they said they want to return to region. And then they created the region and took some of the area that should have been part of Igbo land. They gave it to, I was waiting to see if Fapounda actually gave those areas to Yoruba, but they didn't say that. They said he gave it to some other people, but it should be in Yoruba land. And I said, look at these fools. Instead of sitting down, you assert your own. The document itself is a proposal. Do you know anything about? Do you guys know anything? That's just on the lighter. Listen, that look, it's been noticed. All these documents have been noticed. The ball is in our court now. Like I said, I'm heartened by the quality of people that are here. When Dr. Fapounda started, we said we are 46, 52. And I know a lot of people perhaps were trying to charge their phone or because of network, they can't get in from Nigeria. However, our responsibility, first of all, like I've always said, is to organize. We now need to organize as never before. I keep saying it because within 3 months to 6 months, we can take this to the highest echelon in the land and try to make something out of it. But we need to organize. That is why I want to also remind those of you who are joining the platform. The platform is a way to take those of us who are interested and put them on a register. We want to know your name. Your phone numbers are there. Please don't join with something like spirit or praise God. That doesn't do anything because by the time we translate that into the actual register, which we are still going to open, may go on the web, where we can manage it, will be on the cloud, where we can manage all this information and be able to quickly reach you. Your name may be omitted. So that is why there is nothing illegal in what we are doing. Nothing. It is. We are not saying, yeah, we want to, there's no secession. Even if you want to secede, poison it doesn't make it better. But this one is clear advocacy for reform, like Dr. Fapounda said. So we will welcome questions and short comments. You are limited to 2 minutes on your comments. Once it comes, I'll let you know. There is F.A. Ade or Fa.
Yes, sir. I'm here, F.A. Ade.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Ẹ ṣé. Orúkọ mi ni Fatai Adeshiji. Mo ń pè láti Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
Nígbà tí mo wo gbogbo list àtàwà níbí, mo rí Adéyínká, mo rí Ọmọọba, mo rí Olúwakẹ́mi, mo rí Títílọlá, Samuel Balógun. Mi ò rẹ́ nìkankan tó ń jẹ́ Chinedu àbí tó ń jẹ́ Malam Abubakar tí ò gbọ́ Yorùbá. Ìyẹn ní èjì. Ṣé rí ibi tí nǹkan tí yẹ kó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni pé we should have to ká lọ sí basis tá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Gbogbo òyìnbó tí bàbá yẹn sọ látẹ̀kọ́ yẹn, tó bá lè ṣe ní pé ká máa sọ ní Yorùbá. Ṣé rí ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ní nǹkan láyé yìí? Ibi tẹ́ ti mú wá yìí, ẹ ti ṣiṣẹ́ gan o. Ṣùgbọ́n we have to ẹyẹ ká lọ sí láti bá tó ti máa yé èmi àtẹ̀yìn ni. So òyìnbó tá à ń sọ bí ti pọ̀ jù. Ẹ ká ṣèdè wa, ìyẹn ni mo suggest ní o. Èjì. A bá fẹ́ ṣe region, a fẹ́ ṣe major ìgbà tẹ́ sọ nípa action group. Action group àtọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ practically ni wọ́n ń ṣe nǹkan fún ìlú. Wọ́n ń ṣe nǹkan fún àwọn ará. Ẹ yẹ ká mú Èkó àbí ká mú Ọ̀yọ́ àbí ká lọ ṣe school síbẹ̀, ká náwó síbẹ̀, á lówó lọ́wọ́. Tá a bá ń ṣe, wọ́n á wá bá wa. Tá a bá kàn fẹnu sọ́bà à ń sòyìnbó, à ń sẹ́pà ṣe meeting. Action group ò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o. Wọ́n ṣe Cocoa House. Wọ́n dáwó wọ́n ṣe Cocoa House. Àwọn náà bá gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe kankan tó yẹ pọ́n á rí pé yes, movement lélẹ́yìí. Sọ̀rọ̀ mi nìyẹn o. Ká jẹ́ ká ṣe nǹkan tó wà practical. Tó jà pé wọ́n á rí ìrún adẹ̀ láwọn tó ń lówó tó lè ṣe conviction Tinubu gan adáwó fún wa ká máa fi ṣe àwa làwọn tá ń lọ nǹkan mèrè táwọn ò lè ṣe yẹn ká máa ṣe kẹwàá náà ní tẹ̀lé wa ọ̀rọ̀ méjì bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ẹ ṣe.
Thank you Fatai. A ṣe fún ẹ.
Àmì o.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, we are not going to limit people to Yoruba or English. English is still a new ground franca níbi táwa. Ẹni tó bá rọ̀ lọ́rùn láti sọ èdè wa kó sọ. Ẹni bá mọ àmúlùmálà sọ kó sọ. But ẹni tó bá fẹ́ sọ òyìnbó náà is also welcome. Can you imagine gbogbo eléyìí tí mo print lára kìíní tí lára nǹkan tí Dr. Fapounda sọ? It's about I have almost about 52 pages here. Kó jẹ́ Yorùbá ló try láti translate ẹ̀ sí.
Ó ṣe àwọn Igbo máa ń ṣe Hausa ń ṣe.
Ní sùúrù my friend, ní sùúrù. Àwọn Igbo kọ́ la fẹ́ copy bí Igbo Action Group tó ń sọ yìí. When Awolowo started, he was traversing the whole of the Western region. Kò tí ì sọ́nà báyìí. Ló ń travel kiri tó ń fi ṣe ara ẹ̀ lẹ̀. I'm sure pé tó bá dọ́dọ̀ ẹni tó jẹ́ Yorùbá nìkan ló gbọ́ á sọ. Tó bá dọ́dọ̀ àwọn Rotimi Williams, àwọn kìíní á sọ òyìnbó ń bẹ̀. Ẹ ní sùúrù, ẹ má jẹ́ kí a put the cart before the horse. Let's concentrate on what is actually necessary to organize. We've said it. A fẹ́ organize ara wa. Ká organize the movement and take it to the next step. It doesn't matter what you say. Àwa wọ́n ní ají ṣe bí Yorùbá láàrin Yorùbá ò ṣe bí ẹnìkan. A fẹ́ ṣe bí Igbo bí. Ẹ ṣeun. Fọlá Jogún Olúwàjànà. Dr. Olúwàjànà, I see your hand up. Okay, only two people are raising. Dipo Akishiku.
No, it's my hand before. It's my hand before me.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Dr. Olúwàjànà.
Okay, echo share. Observation méjì mo ní. First one, àti mention ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Àwọn kan ṣì wà bí tó yẹ tó wọn forúkọ wọn sí. Samsung SMT, and then iPhone 2 àti Yorùbá Kingdom TV. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ àti sọ́lá ẹ jẹ́ ká forúkọ bàbá wa sí. Ìkejì tí mo notice náà pé bí ẹni àkọ́kọ́ ṣe sọ orúkọ Yorùbá ní gbogbo wa tá wà ń bí tá ń jẹ́, ṣùgbọ́n ẹnìkan jẹ́ Pascal Chimeze tó ti comment on the chat pé ó súnmọ́ nǹkan tí Ayílóge tí Bánjí sọ yẹn pé Dr. Fapounda pín a part of Igbo nation. So báwo ni Pascal Chimeze ṣe dé orí platform yìí? Nǹkan méjì tí mo observe nìyẹn.
When you are mobilizing, restricting, this thing went viral everywhere. Platform visit. It's easy to these are public. This is a public meeting. No, laugh is so kóníkálukú register orúkọ ara ẹ̀. Chinedu àbí nǹkan kan yẹn ń sìn tó bá dìgbà tá a fẹ́ ṣe meeting proper. It's not going to be televised to everybody. This is eléyìí bíi pé kí ẹranko ilé gbọ́ kó sọ fún toko. Òun là ń ṣe. Kí Chinedu lají ẹ̀ lẹ̀ dáadáa. These are all proposals on our own.
Can I say something, sir? Can I say something, sir?
Jẹ́ kí n parí nǹkan tí mò ń sọ. Ta ló sọ̀rọ̀? Jẹ́ kí n parí náà.
Pascal ló ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Pascal Chimeze. Tí bá sọ̀rọ̀ tán ẹ̀ jẹ́ kó sọ tiẹ̀. Bóyá ó gbọ́ Yorùbá, bóyá ó rí bí bọ̀bọ̀ tó rọ̀ fún kinní lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yẹn tó jẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀ bí ọ̀dọ̀ wa ló ti wá. Pascal, kí ló ní sọ? Ṣé o gbọ́ Yorùbá ni? Go ahead, Pascal.
Yorùbá ni. Mo ti rí sọ́ọ̀tì Yorùbá ni.
Yorùbá ni ẹ́?
Yorùbá ni bàbá. Mo ti rí sọ́ọ̀tì ní.
Kí ló wá ṣe jẹ́ Pascal Chinedu tó bá jẹ́ Yorùbá?
No, Pastor Kini ò sọ̀rọ̀ is even muted. Mi rò pé Professor Ojo ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí.
Oh, okay, Professor Ojo. Mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé Yorùbá ẹ̀ náà ń dùn ju ti.
Pascal, mo ní mo ti wo Pascal yẹn technically Yorùbá ni. Ẹ mọ̀ rò pé
ẹ ti ẹ̀ fílẹ̀ ẹ máa gbọ́. Kò sáwo láwo ẹ̀wà bí òjèpo ajẹ́yọ̀. Gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ bí the beauty of what we are doing. Báwùsà, look, in those days, nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá movement in the early 90s, tá a ṣe Yorùbá autonomy, kí ni a ti ń pè nígbà yẹn, Yorùbá position. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn pariwo máa ń pé Yorùbá ẹnu yín òkò gbogbo ẹyẹ. Àwa discover pé gbogbo Yorùbá ìgangan ni ẹni tá a kọ tiẹ̀ lóyìnbó, èyí tá a kọ tiẹ̀ lánàgó, èyí tá a kọ tiẹ̀ ní gbogbo kan àwa papọ̀ a pè ní Yorùbá position. That láti gbà yẹn kò sẹ́ni tó sọ mọ́ pé Yorùbá ò lájẹ́ndà. Títí tó fi ṣe conference national conference lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn kò sẹ́ni tó sọ pé kò sí Yorùbá mọ́ tàbí kò sí Yorùbá agenda. What I'm saying is this. Ara nǹkan tá a dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn gbà tá a compile Yorùbá position yìí wípé yọ Yorùbá kúrò nínú position yẹn kò fi Fúlàní sí kò fa Haúsá sí ó relevant fún wọn bàjẹ́. Gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí ṣé kò relevant fún wọn ni? Tí bò bá gbọ́ tó gbé nǹkan tí gbogbo dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì kó yọ Yorùbá kúrò mọ́ ẹ̀ kó fi Ìgbò sí ṣé kò relevant? Ẹ wò náà tẹ̀tí ẹ wò independently. They will be able to control their own destiny. Ṣé táwọn tó wá láti Ògònì àwọn ìjọ tó bá yọ Yorùbá kúrò nínú document tó wà níbẹ̀ yìí? Is it not relevant to is it even relevant to them that they are shouting pé àwọn yòókù ń gba epo wọn? So ẹ má jẹ́ ká lo sentiment àwọn kan wọlé kí la fẹ́ sọ sí àpààyàn. Àdójú ìjọba kalẹ̀ aláfẹ́ jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa a dẹ̀ fẹ́ padà sí nǹkan tó ṣiṣẹ́ fún wa in the past. Our other agreements to independence and beyond, we want to reassert it. During those periods, we had tremendous achievement and development. And now, since they abrogated it unilaterally without even consulting us, our development stuff, we want to kickstart it from there. What could be wrong with that? It's not against the law to say, look, I don't understand, I don't want to continue this way. So, Emma Jekati, wo bí debate rí Mohammed Buhari àbí kọkọ tó wọlé ẹ̀fílẹ̀ kó máa gbọ́. Now, who is next?
Yeah, please, sir, if you will permit me, can I just make quick interjection there? I'm sorry. Good evening. Yeah, yes, that's Pascal Chimes there. Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. I just I send my goodwill to this gathering. This is an auspicious gathering. I am in full support of this meeting. Of course, there is absolutely nothing illegal in what we are doing. This is democracy. I am an apostle of restructuring of this federation. We have been singing this for ages, and my children will come and start saying this. We are saying this. We know where we have derailed, and it is time we go back where we are coming from. Of course, this is a Western regional platform to discuss this issue. But of course, you know that both the East and the West, it is the same afflictions we are suffering in Nigeria. Yeah. There is nowhere the Western nation, where the Western states will, be talking of how they can articulate this position without reaching out to the East. And the East will also reach out to the Middle Belt, to the... Thank you that Mr. Fapounda said that he had done his research and found out what peculiar circumstances of the southern Borno state and those in Kaduna and those in other places. So in Nigeria, we know those that the cabal that have held us down. Please, I want this meeting, I want to make one specific request. Thank God that we have President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He was one of us. I say he was because I don't know his stand now. I asked the question there, why is it that some of us who were activists and agitating for a better future for Nigeria, once they get to government, you don't know where they are. You don't know what they stand. So this is the time our president should take up the lead so that we don't continue to sing this song forever. Let us gather right now and decide the fate of Nigeria for the sake of our children. I send my goodwill and I mean no harm. In fact, I'm a friend of Yoruba Nation because I'm in Yoruba. I'm right here in Lagos. Thank you and God bless everyone.
Thank you, Pascal. But before you go, I don't suppose you want to go. I assume you are a Christian.
Yes, indeed I am.
Right. Whatever we've had you done in Capernaum, come over to your own city and do it. But I want to reverse that message a little bit. Whatever you had here tonight, go to your own community and start it. That is the best way to do it. Look, I know Tinubu very well. President Tinubu is a very known person to me. But there is something you also have to know. Once you are in government of Nigeria, you listen to nearly 350 other ethnic nations, representatives of them, because you want to win an election. And so when Pascal talks to me, Akin will walk in, Deepo will walk in, Hazan will walk in, and then there is a tendency to say, well, look, even if you want to take a bold step, you don't see anything out there to compel that. We have started ours in the West. Go to the East or tell the people from the East to start theirs. We will be reaching out to those in the Middle Belt. Tell them to start theirs. When the whole country seems to be looking or working something, it's not difficult to achieve. But when you start whispering to the ears of the president alone, it doesn't, I mean, look at Kenya. Those Kenya youths were not writing letters. They were not writing love letters. So please, don't let us get everything mixed up. If we can easily walk in and whisper to the president of Nigeria to do this, you think we'll be wasting our time and energy here? No. Action is what you need to do. Ignite this little fire that we are lighting here. Take it to your region. Let them start it. Those of us who know people in the south region, we will let them know you are better off. Everywhere in Nigeria, within the next 3 months, is every region saying if Tinubu has no choice. Thank you. Now,
thank you. God bless you, sir.
Right. Thank you. Mr. Akishiku, it's your turn.
Yeah, I just have a few words to add. Like you rightly pointed out, our problem started in 1966, and it is what we have been experiencing in that, all this negativity. It put a crushing halt to the development, even for all the regions at that point in time, even though perhaps Western regions was ahead. The defeatist position that Southern politicians and Southern people have been taking is what made matters worse. When you say, okay, let us do this, the Northern people will not agree. But I am convinced that if all the ethnic groups in the South agree to do something, plus Midwest and Midwest, not Central, sorry, we will get away. He will continue to make the noise everywhere in the National Assembly and also in the street. We will make our way. So this is, as someone said, an auspicious beginning, and we will continue to push forward. And we should also realize that even for those who are adamant regarding a Yoruba nation or security, this appears to be the best way to achieve it, if possible. If we agree that we will create all these regions, and each region starts to plan ahead and organize their own region, definitely it would lead to a new constitution. In that new constitution, we can then advocate and as a consensus that yes, we're doing well now, we are together. We insert it in the constitution. If for any purpose or at any time, we insert that secession clause, which Awolowo advocated for before independence, but Zik and Zik opposed it at that time. He was opposed to secession clause being in the constitution. If we go ahead with this region and we started to practice it, and then it comes to a point whereby we insert this secession clause in the constitution, and any particular section or any particular region wants to secede, that's going to be easy because then it's in the constitution. You cannot say, well, you have no right to secession because it's not in the constitution. So that will protect all the regions. And I think for those who are advocating secession, that should be the way to look at it closely. I pause for now.
Thank you. The next person is Jare Oyekale.
Yes, sir. The call, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Mumbo, loud and clear.
So, ọkọ̀ fẹ́ appeal fún àwọn tó advocate pé ká máa sọ Yorùbá ń bíbà yìí. I don't want us to be myopic. Most of us, I'm calling from Canada. We came to North America and we...
Let's move on to another.
Look, Pastor David Oladiyan, if you must talk, please mute yourself.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dr.
And we are making progress rapidly because we can speak English. If you have a lot of friends who are Chinese, who are not English speaking, they come here, they spend them almost 2 years to learn English. So we are opportune to come from a English speaking country, which is a very good thing for us. So I don't want us to be so myopic. I'm saying we must speak Yoruba, we must speak Yoruba. We have today over the first meeting I attended factually on this self-determination was 2020. And so somebody that was addressing was a top generation Yoruba guy from the US, was CEO based in Brazil. He was one that gave us technical all the data that emanate from North America to all the world to Nigeria, and give us statistically the percentage of Yoruba, which are 65% to 70%. So we can speak in the US. And today we have almost 8 million Yorubas carrying British passport. Maybe 60% of them cannot speak English and Yorubas. So you want to cut them off? No, 1,000 no. And most of our children in North America, maybe more than 500,000 children who are well educated, and they would like to go back home. They can't speak Yoruba. So are we saying we are going to cut them off? I'm just begging our people, before we come in, let's do our research and give up a correct, accurate information, not argument. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we solved that initially, that look, even in Yoruba parliament, we may say, well, Yoruba is the lingua franca, even if we are, but you can speak other languages and there will be interpreters to do so. However, right now, I don't think we are going to kind of Professor Adeyeye, please.
Thank you, sir.
Adewale, is that you?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, mine is one of commendation. Let me thank Dr. Fapounda and our moderator for this very wonderful outing. Honestly, I am of the opinion that after the meeting, by Chief Obafemi Awolowo, in terms of developing a kind of intellectual backbone for the Yoruba development agenda, this happened to be one of the major steps, particularly with all these models that are proposed. I commend the organizer, and people that have find it very, very thoughtful. To come out with this kind of initiative. My appeal is just for every member now to begin to get committed and let's see 1,000, kilometer, journey start with just a step. And this is an idea whose time has come right now. We are all convinced, and there's no doubt that the current configuration, is completely anti-development. Is tilted to to continue to favor a particular section to the disadvantage of others. So with perseverance, with constant movement, and share at any widespread kind of, particularly now, tell you what I'm there. I know that answer people are already agitated, so I want to really appeal with all the paper that we have on our hand. Let's begin to engage people, and I want to appeal also that let's formalize this kind of movement. Let's begin to formalize it. Let's have a structure so that movement move towards that regionalism. That is the way to go. So I really appreciate us. Thanks so much, sir.
Yes, thank you. Next is brief, a little bit brief, because the questions, somebody saw, if somebody had made similar comments, I don't think it's worth repeating, so that we want to be professional. And once you finish talking, please put down your hand so that I know the next person. Aropoire, you have your hand up.
Benny, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I want to thank each and every one of us that are here today.
Please make it louder.
We are device team one B, but you know far.
Okay. Yes.
Ẹ má bínú, iṣẹ́ tí mo fẹ́ jẹ́ fún àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n wò wá ní gbogbo àgbáyé ní online. Àwọn èèyàn wa comment tẹ́ ń mú jáde àti ìbéèrè yín tó bá tó àkókò màá fi ìbéèrè yín ṣọwọ́, wọ́n á béèrè ìbéèrè yín. Àti ẹ̀yin ìyá wa tí ẹ jẹ́ àgbàlagbà tẹ́ ń sọ pé ẹ ò gbóyìnbó, màá fẹ́ tìtorí yín béèrè pé ǹjẹ́ bàbá wa Dr. Fapounda, ǹjẹ́ àkókò wà àbí ìgbà kan wà tí ẹ ó ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn àjọ tí wọ́n gbé ètò ìkalẹ̀ pé ẹ ó wà bọ́mọ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ ní èdè yín, torí ẹnìkan sọ pé àti Ṣáínà bá fẹ́ jáde níṣẹ́ náà máa mọ́gbùfọ̀ dání, tó jẹ́ pé ìjọba Ṣáínà tí bó ti lágbára tó lónìí, á wà béèrè nítorí yín bóyá àwọn bàbá wa lè fún wa lórí ọ̀fẹ́ tá a tún kéde pé ẹ̀yin tí ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ ti Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ kí a wá sọ, nítorí pé ṣọ̀tún ṣòsì má bàbí kan jẹ́ ni ọmọ Yorùbá jẹ́. Ìyẹn dúró, ó gbàpò tí ó jókòó. Èkejì tó dàbí rẹ̀ ni wípé bàbá wa Fapounda, àwọn ìbéèrè kan wà níbi tí àwọn èèyàn wa ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹnìkan kà tilẹ̀ kọ́, ó ní in tí wọ́n ń sọ yìí bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé òun ò gbóyìnbó, ó ní òun gbọ́ tààtàtà. Ó ní ṣé kì í ṣe wípé ẹ̀yin ǹjẹ́ lè fi dá wa lójú, ẹ̀yin àti Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu, nítorí pé òdú kì í ṣàmọ̀ lóko fún yín. Iṣẹ́ òun kọ́ ló rán yín níṣẹ́ yìí ni àbí báwo ló ṣe jẹ́? Ǹjẹ́ ẹ súnmọ́ tó jẹ́ pé kì í ṣe pé wọ́n tún fẹ́ lo ètò yìí fún sáà kejì? Ìbéèrè tán béèrè online nìyẹn o. Tí ẹ bá dáhùn yẹn, ìbéèrè méjì títí wà níbi tí wọ́n kọ ní online. Àwọn èèyàn yín náà béèrè o, ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa náà gbé tán kan sára, wọ́n rí yín ní IT, wọ́n rí yín ní MIT, wọ́n rí yín ní Arise. Gbogbo nǹkan tí ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá fẹ́ béèrè, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣe rí dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì tán gbé jáde yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ lọ kà á, èyí tí ò bá wáyé wa nígbà tán bá tún padà wá. Eléyìí kì í ṣàṣemọ́ o, a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni, mẹ́ra pẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ́ mi mú yà ní tèmi. Ẹ ṣé bàbá.
Thank you. Dr. Fapounda, are you there? I go make the gesture. Kó for.
Àbẹ́ẹ̀ rí pé Yorùbá yẹn ẹgbẹ́ èdùn lẹ́nu wọn. Gbogbo ara gbọ́ kétékété.
Àmúra sí bọ́tà má jẹ́ ká tan ara wa jẹ o. Develop èdè Yorùbá, àwọn Thailand bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo orúkọ àwọn nǹkan tí òyìnbó ti kọjá lọ gan-an. Ká ní pé Yorùbá láti ń lò láti 19 kìíní àbá ti evolve. Taba fair sharing, I want to try one part because you won't be part of humanity again. They was talking of AI, talking about technology. Culture is not alone. To the development is very important now in the society. You can't be can't say culture. Okay, it's good. But communication now, you have to embrace technology, robotics, science. That's what it is. You can't be okay. We will talk about ní Yorùbá là kẹ́hìn ní kó o gbọ́ pidgin English ìyẹn ó sú mi o kẹ́hìn ló ń gbọ́ pidgin English ní Yorùbá là látọjọ́ yìí ó sú mi. ṣùgbọ́n ti Tinubu sà mi ò rí Tinubu rí mi ò mọ̀ mi ò tiẹ̀ support tiẹ̀ mi ò fara mọ́ ìjọba tiẹ̀. So mo sọ nígbà tí mo ń sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé mo rí pé wọ́n yí anthem padà mo kàn wá ṣe guess pé bóyá ó fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan gidi mo fi gbé idea jáde idea wá jáde torí pé there is a vacuum in the society, everybody is lost. When my document came out, it appeared as if this is what somebody is. This is much bigger than myself. I did it in my own bedroom on my table solely. And so far, I've been appearing on TV solely. I'm not, but you know, but my collectors see, with the praise letter and good encouragement. Use your omoluabi, use your patriotism, make a name for yourself. In contact offense in the way kóníkálùkù dá ọmú ìyá ẹgbẹ́ Nàìjíríà. A fẹ́ máa pín owó epo Niger Delta mọ́. Àwa ní port, a ní agriculture, a ní mabu, a ní bitumen. Ló tá fojú sí tá máa fojú sí epo Niger Delta. So èmi gan bẹ̀ ni kó gbọ́ àlàyé tí mo ṣe. Mo dẹ̀ ti kọ sínú ìwé. Ẹ kàwé tí mo kọ náà kò sí Tinubu nínú ẹ̀. Tó kọ Tinubu ò sí nínú ẹ̀. Nǹkan tó dáa tí mo rò pé ó dáa náà ni mo gbé síwájú ẹ̀. Gbogbo àníkẹ́jà lọ bẹ̀ ń sìn ẹ̀ tó wà mọ́ kó lọ bá bẹ̀. Ẹnìkan tó lọ máa mú mi lọ rí ń sìn ní next 2 weeks mo dúró fẹ́ lọ rí tó bá mú mi lọ bá. Mo lè sọ̀rọ̀ wájú ẹ̀ náà ti gbé èèyàn ni. He's 72, I'm 71. So kí ni pàtàkì inú ẹ̀? O lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ kí n bá rí. Oh, he's 72, I'm 71. Kí ni yàtọ̀?
Díẹ̀ ló fi jù ẹ́.
Yes.
In fact, ní Yorùbá land gan, ọdún mẹ́ta la fi ń tẹ́gbẹ́. So a lè sọ pé ẹgbẹ́ ni. Anyway, ṣé ẹ ti yanjú yẹn tán? Àròpọ̀ eré ṣé àwọn audience ẹ gbọ́ gbogbo àlàyé tí Dr. Fapounda ṣe yẹn? Àròpọ̀ eré, are you there?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń gbọ́. Màá tún padà wá ka
ṣé
ìbéèrè
ẹ ní sùúrù o. Ṣé ẹ rí President Tinubu òun ló yìí ń ṣe olórí Nàìjíríà ń sìn? Kò sẹ́ni tí ò lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ nínú gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà. Ó kàn máa jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé òun ń bọ̀ ní. And nǹkan tá à ń ṣe ń sìn. Tá a bá organize movement throughout the west. Èmi ò bá yín pè ní south west mọ́. Tá a bá ṣe throughout the west. A lè la fẹ́ rí. That is a block. Tá a bá fẹ́ rí lágani. Kí la dẹ̀ fẹ́ rí fún? Gbà gbogbo nǹkan tá a kó jọ yìí òòrè ẹ lọ study ẹ kẹjẹ ká mọ̀ nǹkan tá a rò pé yẹ kó ṣe ni. Ṣé bí nǹkan ẹ má wo ẹni tó bá wà níjọba bíi pé Ọlọ́run ni o. Ọlọ́run kọ́ ni wọ́n. Àwọn náà ń fẹ́ káwa tó ń ṣèjọba lórí ẹ̀. Wọ́n ń fẹ́ káwa gan máa gbà wọ́n nímọ̀ràn. Tẹ́ bá fi wọ́n lẹ̀. Tán bá wá kúrò ń bẹ̀ tán bá wálé tẹ́ bá sọ pé ò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ á bí ẹ pé ìgbà tó wà ń bẹ̀ kí ló dé tó ní nǹkan tó dáa báyìí.
You lock the boy outside, you lock him outside.
Wá tí wá jẹ̀bi wa.
Please call him for me, please. You have his number?
Òun gan á wá jẹ̀bi àwa gan á wá jẹ̀bi ẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn. ṣùgbọ́n eléyìí tá à ń ṣe yìí ni pé ká má bàa lẹ́bi gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá mọ̀ yìí pé ó yẹ kí kó ṣe sórílẹ̀-èdè yẹn òun la máa fi ránṣẹ́ sí. Ẹ ṣeun. David Ajétúnmọ̀bí. Briefly. David Ajétúnmọ̀bí, are you there?
Are you hearing me?
No.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah,
Are you hearing me?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, to me, this agenda is very good and fit into our present circumstances to move Yoruba forward. But one thing I want us to realize is this. Let the mission and the real agenda of this thing be very clear so that people that can add value to the mission will join. Not so people will join and try to counter or without better understanding of the agenda of this platform. So I think let the agenda, the mission be very clear so that one will determine people who will have interest to add value and join. So that one will keep a very healthy movement in this. That's my just brief suggestion.
Thank you. Ẹ ṣeun. Ibrahim Mubashideen Ayomitunde. Ibrahim. Ṣé Ibrahim ò tí ready ní kápẹ́ ní mí? Ibrahim.
Hello, ẹ kálẹ́ sà o.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine. Orúkọ tèmi ò gbọ́ òyìnbó ń tèmi o. Orúkọ tèmi ni Ibrahim Musibao láti Ọ̀ṣun State, Nigeria. Ṣé ẹ ń gbọ́ mi sà?
À ń gbọ́ dáadáa.
Orúkọ mi ni Ibrahim Musibao láti Ọ̀ṣun State, but mo ń gbé ní Edo State. Mo kí ẹ̀yin bàbá wa àti ẹ̀yin ìyá wa tí Ọlọ́run mí sí tó ní kí ẹ rí ìkànnì yìí gbé kalẹ̀. Ní agbá wa ṣe fún ẹ ní àdúrà fún yín pé ní agbára Ọlọ́run ẹ ní ṣàṣetì bí ó ti lè wù kó mọ Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kẹ́ ṣàṣeyọrí. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ó dàbí ìbéèrè ó dẹ̀ tún dàbí ìmọ̀ràn. Kí ni nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni wípé àwọn kan ti wà lórí ìrìn àjò yìí tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ tí wọ́n jẹ́ àwọn àgbàlagbà bíi ti yín báyìí. Kí ló dé tó jẹ́ wípé ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà wa ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ lè ṣe fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan kẹ́ ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀ so that a fi lè tètè dé ibi tí à ń lọ. Bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ní orí ìkànnì yìí ni wípé báwo ni ní kálukú ṣe fẹ́ dá ọmú ìyá ẹ̀ gbé ní Nàìjíríà ó ní nǹkan tí ìkànnì eléyìí dálé lórí. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n ń béèrè wípé àní ká gba òmìnira ara wa ni. Tá a bá wo méjèèjì ìtumọ̀ kan náà ló ní. Ṣùgbọ́n bí oníkálukú ṣe gbé kalẹ̀ òun ló yàtọ̀. Tí ẹ̀yin bàbá wa bá lè rìn papọ̀ tí ẹ bá lè jọjọ ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀ mo ní ọkàn mo dẹ̀ nígbàgbọ́ pé kò ní pẹ́ kò ní jìnnà tí a fi máa débi tí à ń lọ. Àwọn oríṣiríṣi àpẹẹrẹ wà fún wa ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó jẹ́ wípé Yorùbá ti ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe àṣeyọrí. Tí ẹ̀yin bàbá wa náà ní bíbá yìí náà tí ẹ bá lè ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀ máa pẹ̀lú àwọn tán wà ńlẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ mo nígbàgbọ́ pé a máa dé ibi tí à ń lọ. Èyí ni ìmọ̀ràn mi fún ẹ̀yin bàbá wa àti ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jẹ́ olùdásílẹ̀ ètò yìí olùgbékalẹ̀ ètò yìí. Ọlọ́run ọba láàánú á dúró tì yín á jẹ́ kẹ́ ṣàṣeyọrí. Àwọn alálẹ̀ Yorùbá wọn fi yín sílẹ̀ o.
Àmín o. Thank you. Pastor David Ọláníyàn.
Ẹ káàsán o. Mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín o. Particularly Professor Dr. Fapounda tí wọ́n gbé idea yìí jáde. This idea has been overdue for a long time, and it is a wonderful privilege that I'm alive to witness this. I'm speaking from the spiritual point of view. This idea has come to stay. Ó dẹ̀ ti Ọlọ́run ti tẹ́wọ́ gbà. Àwọn tó ń sọ pé òótọ́ ni mo believe pé Yorùbá nation is a must and not going back. Ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà wa lẹ́ ń sọ pé omi la máa ń tẹ̀ ká tó tẹyan rìn. A lè jump from Nigeria ká dé inú Yorùbá nation without first of all going through this regionalism. Regionalism yìí ló dàbí omi tá a kọ́kọ́ máa tẹ̀ ká tó tẹyan rìn. Tó ṣe bí òwe o ẹ̀yin àgbà. So question tí mo wá ní fún Dr. Fapounda ni pé báwo ni is there any mechanism tó fi jẹ́ pé bí wọ́n ṣe truncate regionalism ní 1967 pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ò ní wáyé mọ́ tó fi jẹ́ pé each region tó máa ní paramilitary tàbí army reserve gẹ́gẹ́ bá a ṣe ní Amẹ́ríkà torí ní New Jersey a ní army tiwa àwọn New York ní tiwọn ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ń pè ní America army wọ́n á pè ní National Reserve or New Jersey Army Reserve so ìjẹ́ mechanism rú yẹn wà nínú.
Pastor ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi owó àtọmọdé yín lẹ́nu òun la fi sọ pé nínú dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì yẹn kóníkálukú lọ sórí platform kó print ẹ̀ òun ní tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi bí gbogbo ìbéèrè yẹn ló wà ńbẹ̀.
Okay.
Ó wà ńbẹ̀ òun la ṣe rí eléyìí tá a bá kà tán tá a bá wà níbi tá a bẹ̀ sí ń sọ nǹkan tó wà nù wa gbogbo nǹkan tó wà nù ìwé yẹn lẹ máa sọ so ẹ lọ bẹ̀ kí kẹ́
ẹ ṣe púpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
Gbadé Adékúnjọ Gbadé yẹn ti sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan kẹ́.
Mi ò sọ̀rọ̀.
Okay, it's your turn now. Gbadé.
Okay. Ẹ ṣé ẹ̀yin àgbàgbà. Ẹ ṣé gbogbo ọmọ kóòtù jíire tó wà níjọ. Inú mi dùn pé ìgbéjáde ẹ̀dẹ̀ dáhùn síbẹ̀. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Akin Fapounda. Ibi ìjọ àtijọ́ bára sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n Akin ní lóòótọ́. Come up with this idea and put forward with it. Akin gbà ní. Ohun tí mo wá fẹ́ béèrè pé èmi ti jẹ́ gbogbo òwe wọn àti tó jáde lánàá. Mo ti kà á. Mo ti fi kálàmù sábẹ́ àwọn nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n èròǹgbà ọkàn mi ni wípé lẹ́yìn tá a bá pàdé lónìí kí ètò bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní parawu nípa wípé structure àti modality kí nìkan tá a máa gbé ṣe step by step tó bá lè fi yé wa tó bá ti clear lọ́kàn wọn step by step kí la fẹ́ gbé ṣe torí pé gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn kan ti sọ alàgbà bá jí ayílóge gan máa testify to it. A ti pàdé several grounds like ìlànà. Ohun tí ò ní dùn mọ́ wa nú mi wípé ká tún kó òbí lónìí ká má mọ pàtó kí la ṣe. Ó yẹ ká mọ ohun tá a ṣe bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Bọ́rọ̀ bá ti ń pẹ́ ńlẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ náà làwọn ẹrẹ́ abẹ́ ó dà. Sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ yóò dẹ̀ pé wa látọdún bíi mẹ́rin sẹ́yìn. Wọ́n fẹ́ rọ àwọn tí Ọlọ́run lò láti ṣe atẹ́rùgbọ̀kọ̀ yìí for now. Tó o bá tí ì mọ step by step nǹkan tá a ṣe àti timeline gẹ́gẹ́ bí Dr. Akin Fapounda ṣe sọ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo rọ̀ yín ẹ dákun ẹ lọ jókòó ó ṣọ̀sẹ̀ méjì lẹ máa take ẹ má bẹ̀ out kí là á ṣe tẹ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ wá tún pè wá á dá inú á dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ ṣé o.
Thank you but jẹ́ kí n briefly sọ yí pé gbogbo step by step yẹn láti ń ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá listen sí Dr. Fapounda lẹ́ẹ̀kan gbogbo ohun ẹ̀ ló fẹnu bà but be rest assured pé inaugural meeting náà pélé to be able to bring as many people as possible on the notice pé irú nǹkan báyìí wà. There are still people out there tó yẹ pé wọ́n máa join wa that are going to be valuable. Mo dẹ̀ tún sọ̀rọ̀ kan lẹ́ẹ̀kan mo ní after we shall organize in every sector of the West and including the diaspora. There will be committees set up, there will be steering committee, there will be all kind of things using your expertise. Language then, sorry. Yoruba language is not even kì í ṣe ibi tó wà ní 1960 ló wà. Àwọn kan náà ń ṣe learning language institute tó modify it. Some of these things I know. Some of us who have been in the trenches for a long time. Àmọ́ tó bá fẹ́ kọ ayé tẹ́lẹ̀ sí I wà láàrin ẹyẹ ó ní I kò ní mọ́ bóyá lẹ́yìn gan ṣe mọ̀ torí ẹ̀ kì í lọ bẹ̀ àwa tẹ́lẹ̀ ńgbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ èdè around the 1990 tọ́ni ọ̀kan sọ pé kọ́sọ̀ òyìnbó báyìí èmi ni mo máa sọ pé àmì ìkànnì kọ́sọ̀ Yorùbá èmi mo máa kọ́ dání ẹ ló ń bó ló fẹ́ ká ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ but it's not difficult within a short period kò sí gbogbo nǹkan tí mo ti ń sọ látàárọ̀ yìí mo lè sọ ní Yorùbá ṣùgbọ́n tí n bá ń sọ ńkọ́ Fatai gan ò ní gbọ́ Fatai tó ń bèrè Yorùbá ẹ lè má gbọ́.
màá gbọ́ sà ẹ sọ.
so ẹ jẹ́ ká máa mú lọ bá ṣe rí tá bá wà láyé ara wa gbogbo nǹkan tó kàn yín lójú yìí our text mo ní ọ̀rẹ́ kan tó jẹ́ pé mathematics ló ń kọ́ ní nǹkan bí ó ti lo nǹkan bí 50 ọdún ní Amẹ́ríkà yìí mathematics ló ń kọ́ tó bá di ijọ́ tó ráyè ó máa ń gba holiday á lọ sí Ọ̀ṣun ó lọ ń kọ́ wọn ó ń fi Yorùbá kọ́ wọn ní mathematics ó dẹ̀ ń report fún wa pé ó yé àwọn ọmọ yẹn ju gbà tán lo òyìnbó lọ kí ṣe gbogbo wọ̀nyí la mọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá tí débi tá à ń sọ yìí kò sí nǹkan gbogbo yẹn tẹ́ lè ṣe sáyẹ́ǹsì gan pàápàá tá bá máa kọ́ àwọn èèyàn ọmọ wa ó máa yé wọn lédè àbínibí wọn ju èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì lọ ṣùgbọ́n ibi tá a wà nígbà tó bá dé àwọn òbí tó ń kọ́mọ wọn lóyìnbó wọ́n mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe nígbà tó bá jẹ́ Yorùbá ló kọ́ wọn tó bá jáde lọ Àbújá tí Dr. Fapounda wà sí tí ó rí Ìgbò tí ó rí Hausa tó rí Ìjọ tó rí gbogbo ẹ̀ pé òyìnbó yìí náà ló lè fi communicate some of these things we have to be sensible about it kì í ṣe pé bóyá kò wú gbogbo wa but ó máa wá òun ni mo sọ pé ẹ má jẹ́ ká fi nǹkan tó yẹ ká kọ́ ṣe ká filẹ̀ ká máa ṣe lé ibi tá a lọ ẹ̀sọ̀ ni wọ́n ní lẹ́sọ̀ ní yangan ń tọmọ ẹ̀ so ẹ ní sùúrù àmàdébẹ̀ ẹ ṣe o ta ló tún náwó fa ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ ó tún ti fẹ́ okay plus one other there is one other person tí ò ti sọ̀rọ̀ jẹ́ kí n wo orúkọ yẹn dáadáa. Dr. Abejide. Abejide ni kíní yẹn mi ò rí ìsàlẹ̀ dáadáa. Okay, thank you. It's your goal. Dr. Abejide.
Ẹ káàsán sá, ẹ káàsán máa, ẹ káàsán everybody. Ní ọ̀dọ̀ mi bí ni o mọ̀ pé alẹ́ ló máa jẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà. Tó Fapounda ẹ ṣeun gan ni sá àti àwọn dádì Ayílóge ìfúdó ẹ porúkọ mi dáadáa dó ẹ ti correct.
Kíní yẹn o mi ò rí ìsàlẹ̀ kú mi ò tí ẹ rí jẹ́ yẹn
mo ń jókòó mo ń ṣeré ni yes sir. Nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ ni pé a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé a tún dé stage tá a wà yìí ẹ yẹ ká wo a lot of things ó máa ń cause problem our contemporary people nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ló máa ń ní idea jù ní gbogbo àgbáyé but something is wrong somewhere other than the period tí àwọn bàbá wa Awólọ́wọ̀ tó ti lọ gbogbo nǹkan tó bá decide pọ́n fẹ́ ṣe nígbà wọ́n máa ń ṣe wọ́n dẹ̀ wà successful in it but our contemporary time we can even have a lot of exegesis something bigger than Bible láti kọ́ idea but I can exercise it to the fullness wàhálà máa dé oríṣiríṣi máa ṣẹlẹ̀. From here now, how many times are we going to have this kind of gathering? Okay, now we want to go ahead. That is it. That's important. Àbí ṣé èèyàn kan sọ̀rọ̀ ní sà? Àbí mo.
Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yìí lọ, doctor. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yìí.
Okay, sir.
Mo ní question tí mo raise gangan ni pé action.
Yes, sir. Yes, I know. I can hear many of my nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ. Yes, sir. Nǹkan tí mo ń try ni pé from now on, how many more platforms like this, although we are going to have more, but 1, 2, 3, Tashimashikato better action, because as at the moment, Dr. Fapounda, personal blood, or nothing changing, nothing carrier, one day, any time, one ní ṣe ara wọn, ògo ni fún Ọlọ́run pé kò ń ṣe tálíkà èèyàn ló ń lead wa at this moment. But lè fi wọ́n lẹ̀ bẹ́yẹn. That is the reason tí mo fi ń sọ pé how many more meeting like this tá máa ṣe ká tó mọ̀ pé the next thing tá máa ṣe. For a car to move, there must be petrol. Or electrical car, there must be a plug-in source. Níbi tí number kò ń ṣe bí Nigeria. And more like that, what are we going to do? And 2, bá ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹjọ́ eléyìí ṣe pé bóyá Yoruba nation now. This is regionalization now, which comprises every other region in Nigeria. Kẹjẹ ká tètè máa pariwo yẹn because àwọn kan máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ wàhálà àwọn láìpẹ́ ẹ kọ sílẹ̀ pé mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. But thank God, àwọn bàbá wa tí mo rí mọ àwọn tí mo ń sọ wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ bó ṣe máa bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ bóyá wọ́n dẹ̀ ti bá wọn sọ. But mo ti ń gbọ́ kùmùkùmù àwọn kan tí mi one way or the other mi ní sọ̀rọ̀ mo bẹ̀ yín ni. Nǹkan tí màá try láti sọ fún yín nìyẹn. And if you can give me this particular 1 minute, I mean, just a second or maybe 2. November mo wà Nigeria. I was lucky to be invited by one big man tó jẹ́ pé more or less bí bàbá náà jẹ́ fún President Tinubu. Ó kù a day tán lọ sí France. Ngbà yẹn, òun ni mo lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá yẹn. Nǹkan tí mo bá lọ wọ́n dẹ̀ pé president lójú mi. President dẹ̀ sọ fún mi pé Abẹ́jídé àwọn ń travel pé ṣùgbọ́n má ever try pé wà wá rí òun ní Abuja. Pé Jagaban ò kì í ṣe Jagaban Yorùbá mọ́ alone pé Jagaban gbogbo Nàìjíríà ni. Ó sọ fún bàbá, ó ní bàbá tó rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ní bàbá òní. Ó ní tó bá lóun bọ̀ wá róun ní Abuja, ó ní ìṣọ́ òun máa jẹ́ number 1 tó máa pariwo lé wọn lórí pé kí náà ń wá kiri. Pé kán jọ ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá fẹ́ róun tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá kán make sure pé ìgbà tóun bá wá sílé ni pé kán wá róun. Now, I'm not talking about Dr. Fapounda sìn pé wọ́n lè rí wọn ní ibẹ̀ yẹn. Ó yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan tí mò ń sọ. Because àwọn nǹkan táwọn èèyàn kan sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé báwo náà ṣe máa bóyá Tinubu ti change àbí kò change. Tinubu ò change. Ó kàn jẹ́ pé level tó wà sìn gbogbo Nàìjíríà ló ṣiṣẹ́ fún. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wà very careful of that. Again, this is regional. This is not sovereignty. From regional láti máa gba sovereignty wà lágbára Ọlọ́run. Nǹkan tí mo kàn ní kí n contribute nìyẹn. Ẹ ṣé.
Thank you, Dr. Bejide. That gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ sọ yẹn náà láti hint díẹ̀. F.A. Adé yìí, ó tún ti náwó.
Fatai Adesiji.
Nǹkan tó kọ sí. Jẹ́ kéèyàn mi sọ̀rọ̀, ṣé bó ti sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Now, mo mọ̀ yí pé bàbá àròpọ̀ ire, you are representing a number of people lórí ọ̀dọ̀. Is there another important question from the floor?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà, ẹ má bínú bí ẹ ṣe sọ yẹn náà ni àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n fẹ́ràn bàbá wa Fapounda náà fi ìbéèrè ránṣẹ́. Ìbéèrè wọn ni wípé dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì yẹn àwọn kan béèrè pé wẹ́bsáìtì wo àbí líǹkì wo láti lè sẹ́ndì sí wọn tó ń lè rí ń bẹ̀ àbí tí ò bá dẹ̀ tí sí wẹ́bsáìtì ṣé ẹ fún wa láàyè kan fi sí orí Yorùbá Kingdom wẹ́bsáìtì káwọn èèyàn lọ́mọ wò ń bẹ̀.
It should be distributed. Mo fi sí self-determination forum láàárọ̀ yìí mo kó kìnìyàn síbẹ̀. You can pick it up. You can put it. It's a public document. This is the beauty of our position. Public documents, and also I said it. Nígbà tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, mo sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ra wa yé pé tó o bá yọ Yorùbá, yọ West kúrò lórí document yẹn. And a job man can easily put a jaw on it and it will work for it. That is the beauty of our position. We are not reinventing the wheels. It is what has happened. That was what led us to independence and beyond independence. And kò kì í ṣe tẹ́ bá rí document bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ti rí ní public forum bẹ́ẹ̀ you can take it affected distribute any. So please yes ni mo sọ yìí ẹ distribute gbé síbi tó bá wù yín. Tẹ́ bá kí Chinedu tó lọ ẹ fún kó mu dání kó lọ fi set up ní east. So those are the things that we keep saying. Now, any meeting, of course, movement. We call this is a movement. This is not a platform here. This is not a platform. Share video. No. This is a movement. Tó bá yá òun la fi sọ pé nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ bóyá àwọn kan late dé. Money, make sure you register. The platform, the WebThought platform, is only used to, for registration, initial registration. Most are our website, most are all having something in the cloud. Some of these documents, some of your registration may be in the cloud. Some, we may actually have state branches or even local government branches. We are wasting time. Look at the generations being wasted by staying in Nigeria under this circumstance. Most of the keynote address, most of money, the clock of development was stopped with the abolition of regional government. State capitals. What called government houses? Government houses. What is it doing? You create all these bureaucracies and political offices to enrich the politicians. Politicians do civil service. Now they are asking for 450,000 minimum wage, which you cannot pay. But there is no development. Omiwa ni Akure Ijare. By 1965, Omi pipeline water. Owa ni Ijare. By the 1959, Owa Akure. Today there is no pipeline water. Yet there is a ministry of what works, water works or something. There is none. Share development in here. You could enjoy electricity better in the 60s than in the 60 years later. There is no energy or burning generator. Your children are fleeing from Nigeria, from home to go to serve somewhere. Láyé àtijọ́, àwọn òyìnbó wá fi ọkọ̀ ojú omi, wọ́n wá fi kó wa lẹ́rú ni. Nsìn àwa ló wá owó tàbí wọkọ̀ lọ bá wọn.
There's one hand up. Who will have Oladejo's hand is up?
So look, these are not development. Àwọn tó wà lórí ọsàn tó wà lórí ọsàn tó mú eléyìí tó dá lọ́sàn yẹn ló sọ pé development ni. Àwọn ẹni tó ń ṣe gómìnà ní gbogbo bẹ̀rẹ̀ development ni. Èmi ti ra Rolls Royce, èmi ra Mercedes, ó keep it. There was one I was looking at, they have 80 S-Class Mercedes. Tọ́ bá mú yẹn dé state kan, a ṣe omi, a ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ síbẹ̀. We didn't have development. We just have all these mighty houses from corrupt practices. But I don't want to waste your time on it. What I want you to understand is that this movement has come to stay, and there are some people to work in the engine room here, and we will let you know. Majority of these meetings are for public mobilization. Please, we will get in touch with you. I'm not to be able, I can call you anytime if I want something to get from you. Same thing with Dr. Fapounda. It's working. Okay, animals. He hardly sleep.
Before we go tonight, can
so we need public meeting. I want you to these public meetings are for awareness. You may be tapped according to your expertise and what you know. That's why we say you should register. And then you will work for us. That is how to build an organization, not all these public meetings. It's not. People are working. So on that note, if there is anybody, I don't want people to say, well, me. We can easily round up
before we go, can Dr. Fapounda actually tell people present here tonight the extent to which he has gone? I know he has reached out to other regions. He's not sitting idle. He has reached out to quite a number of high-profile people. Is it possible for him to address that, or is not?
I don't even think those are necessary right now. I mean, we have said it earlier that anybody, Mr. Akishiku, even Chinedu, everybody should go and reach out to whoever or they can reach out. And I've also said that the idea of Western Nigerian government, like we said, could easily transform to other things. There is no need for those nitty-gritty things. Let us go and build a movement. When we build a movement, we can move forward from there. And then this meeting, somebody said, is this the first meeting? This is next meeting? Yeah, we will call meeting as needed. For instance, like I said, there are people who are working behind the scene. And if they feel we need to, we will have a meeting. In fact, those of you here can actually go to your platform, have a meeting. Arupoire has a blog and a lot of followers. You can have a show like this and bring any of you there to talk eloquently. It doesn't have to be Fapounda or Iloge alone. It can be any of you. Let's do what has worked for. Even Jesus Christ sent 70 disciples outside at a point, apart from the 12. Fatai only but there was 70 disciples sent out by this. At the point we were 52 or 56. So let's send the 56 outside, go and talk. Then we will have another meeting when it's necessary. These meetings are public awareness meetings, but and we will tap on the expertise of all of you.
Point of information.
Yes.
In addition to what you just said, this meeting is being streamed live, and we have more people watching on a platform live than those of us here.
Right.
So anything we want to say that we don't want the public to know yet, we need to be cautious of that. Like telling or asking Dr. Fapounda to tell us those names might not be too good for this meeting for now. Thank you.
Those are housekeeping issues anyway. So I overruled that. Thank you for your information. Any other? I know some people are writing. There are 11 messages. Let me quickly summary of 2 documents. 10 critical. No.
Daddy, Josa, kí ló dé tó ní kankan sọ̀rọ̀ ní gbogbo bíbá Dr. Abejide ló ń béèrè question yẹn. Tó ní òsínbí ni.
Tani.
Dr. Abide, mo ní kí ló dé tóbìnrin kankan ò sọ̀rọ̀ ní gbogbo bí.
Obìnrin kan ti náwó sókè o.
obìnrin
Esther Ọládé ti náwó sókè o.
Esther kan
Okay,
tiẹ̀
mo
tó
ti
lọ́wọ́ sí Ọládé Esther ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ ẹni ò jẹ́ kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. Madam Esther.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ohùn mi há díẹ̀, but mo kàn fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín ẹ̀yin àgbà àti Dr. Fapounda for his hard work. Yorùbá mi ò kò lọ gerege àti pẹ́ nínú ní Amẹ́ríkà. However, jẹ́ kí n sọ bí ẹ ṣe lè sọ. Ṣé rí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ dáwọ́lé Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe. Because, you know, I feel like in my spirit and in the spirit of those who are very concerned Nigerians, the time is now. You know, it's a small stream that becomes a river, they say. So let us know that we believe that the spirit of Dr. Fapounda, the idea, you know, will grow to the point where it will become an ocean. And like you said, sir, I love the fight because a lot of thoughts that came through my mind before I could even voice it out and put my hand, I put it down again because someone will speak about it. Eja focus lórí what this regional thing that we want to do. Yoruba nation may be in our children's lifetime or grandchildren. Let's focus on one thing. We are trying to start a movement to Yoruba nation or do, you know, break up Nigeria. That's not the intention of this, I suppose. The intention is to have regional autonomy so that we can do marvelous things for our region. And I thank you all. I thank you, sir, the moderator, Babawa. I thank all the elders and the professors on this platform, that God will give us a vision to continue this and move it to the next level. Thank you, sir. That's all I want to say.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other woman there? I like the ring of that Mama Esther. The only thing and one other reason, Omoba bo niyen o.
Omoba lana. Ẹ káàsán ládé.
Okay, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Yeah.
Mo kí dáàdi wa Professor Fapounda, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Mo dẹ̀ kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa tó wà nínú ilé náà. I'm one of the media tó ti jà fún Yorùbá nation tí mo ṣì ń jà. But ìgbà tí wọ́n pè mí tí mo gbọ́ nípa kínní, inú mi dùn gan gidi gan ni pé I think it is the right time truly. Lóòótọ́ a ti lè béèrè fún orílẹ̀-èdè wa tá ti jà takuntakun fún tí a ò dẹ̀ tí ì rí gbà. But èmi believe pé àwọn bàbá kan tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ síwájú pé omila, ẹ má bínú oníwájú ẹ̀yin àgbà pé omila kọ́ máa ń tẹ̀ ká tó tẹ yanrìn o. Àmì sà. Then mo tún wá fẹ́ pa ilé níwájú ẹ̀yin bàbá mi, ẹ̀yin náà lẹ kọ́ wa láti máa fi àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣe ọgbọ́n. Pé bí wọ́n ní bí ọwọ́ ọmọdé ò bá tí tẹ ìkùdà kò lè béèrè ikú tó pa. A sì mọ̀ pé ikú tó pa bàbá ẹ̀. A sì mọ̀ pé a sì wà nínú Nàìjíríà, mo kàn fẹ́ bẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa ni pé ẹ jẹ́ kí a fi ọwọ́ sowọ́pọ̀. Because èmi believe pé if nǹkan tó bá jẹ́ pé regional system yẹn tó ṣì ń work till today ni, kò ní sí any fight. Bóyá a lè má tẹ̀ sọ wípé a fẹ́ ronú pé a fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nigeria because a mọ̀ wípé a wà in control of àwọn resources wa. So mi ìbá wá bẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa pé why tá ṣì wà nínú Nigeria yẹn? Ẹ ṣe jẹ́ ká focus lórí bá ṣe máa gba ilẹ̀ yẹn padà, ká máa develop tí gbogbo nǹkan máa wà okay fún ìran wa while we are there. Torí mo mọ̀ wípé nǹkan kan náà ló máa ń lead sí nǹkan kan because a lot of agitations máa wà, àwọn èèyàn máa jà. Àwọn ẹlòmíì gan tẹ̀ máa sọ pé wọ́n ti gbé agenda wọn jáde o, ẹ̀yin tó ń fẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ nìyẹn, wọ́n tàn wá ni wọ́n ṣe. Kò sẹ́ni tó tàn anybody. Gbogbo wa òmìnira àti bí ayé ṣe máa rọrùn òun là ń wá. But tí nǹkan kan ò bá dẹ̀ tí ì ṣẹlẹ̀ tá a dẹ̀ rò pé ṣetán ogun àti ẹ̀fẹ́ ja ogun, ibì kan náà ló máa ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, and this is the right path to any sovereign nation. so mi bá bẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn wípé kí gbogbo wa ká humble ara wa ká gbé gbogbo ìmọ̀ gbogbo ọgbọ́n gbogbo nǹkan t'Ọlọ́run bá fún wa at this time because it's a limited time tá a bá wò pé ọdún mẹ́rin ọdún mẹ́jọ tá a bá tètè mú ìrìn àjò wa pọ̀n nísìn pé okay tá a bá tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ sì pé àwọn believe pé 70% of ìrìn àjò sovereign nation gan ó ti wá sí ìmúṣẹ nìyẹn so mi bá rọ̀ àwọn èèyàn pé ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká má wò pé who is championing this tó o bá ti fi ti lágbájá ṣe o a lè ṣe kankan but ká go focus gangan importance of nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe gangan ibi tó mú wa lọ gangan anybody kò sẹ́ anybody ní Ọlọ́run ẹlẹ́dàá lè gbé dìde láti ṣe ìrìn àjò bí òmìnira ṣe máa jáde fún wa but tí a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ in the right path a lè má lè débẹ̀ kó jẹ́ pé ìrìn àjò ọdún mẹ́wàá ó máa di ìrìn àjò 100 years a dẹ̀ fẹ́ nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn so I'm very happy I love this and I am embracing it so mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn bàbá àwọn màmá gbogbo ẹ̀yin t'Ọlọ́run lò láti má jẹ́ kó sú yín pé ibo ló kàn ibo ní ká tún gbà ọ̀nà wo la máa gbàgbé jáde mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé lágbára Ọlọ́run gbogbo orí tó ń jìyà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tó wà nínú wàhálà àti ìdààmú pé torí pé a wà nínú ìgbèkùn ìsopọ̀ yìí gbogbo wọn ló máa tì wọ́n lẹ́yìn láti ṣàṣeyọrí nínú ìrìn àjò yìí thank you very much sir.
Thank you ọmọọba ni ẹ lóòótọ́ thank you very much. Èèyàn kan béèrè ní comment pé how and where can we get a copy of this document? Now there is this document lórí WhatsApp WRN movement that is Western Nigerian regional government are set up WhatsApp. That WhatsApp was set up about 2 days ago or so, and people are joining now. Document yẹn wà níbẹ̀ bẹ̀tẹ̀ gbọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé tí mo ní àwọn tó bá ní gbogbo yín lè belong to other WhatsApp groups and all that. Ẹ share ẹ̀ is for public consumption. Ẹ kà ẹ bá kàn share ẹ̀ lásán. Èmi the first thing I did tí bá ti rí kíní tó pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ máa print it out. Màá wá jókòó tì ẹ̀yin náà ẹ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. You need to digest. Look, that is not etched in stone. It's proposal. And enemy lè ní idea mi. And tó bá mú dé tó table ẹ̀. We will all sit down and discuss it. And then, there were modifier because of there is nothing etched in stone here, like they say in English language. Now, mo sọ nǹkan kan tí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ tún ṣàkíyèsí lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Mo ní àwọn nǹkan tá à ń sọ àti yìí tá a kọ sílẹ̀ àti gbogbo ẹ̀ tá a kọ Western Nigeria Regional Government sí. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ mọ̀ gbogbo ibi tó kọ Western Nigeria sí, ẹ fi nǹkan bò. Kẹ́ wá fi pencil kọ Eastern Nigeria sórí ẹ̀. Bóyá kò ní relevant wọn. It's relevant to them. Ẹ wá kọ even Northern Nigeria, ẹ kọ síbẹ̀. Tí àwọn leaders wọn tó bá jẹ́ òótọ́ náà ní ìfẹ́ àwọn èèyàn wọn, báwa ṣe nífẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn èèyàn tiwa nísàlẹ̀ ń bí, káwọn náà lọ implement yẹn lọ́dọ̀. Ẹ rí i pé ẹ wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ in the First Republic. Bí West ṣe jẹ́ Western region ṣe jẹ́ pace setter. Bó bẹ̀rẹ̀ free education bí East á fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Wọ́n lè má lè ṣe tó ti wá ọbẹ̀ wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀. Wọ́n lè má ní resources tó ti wá. It was forcing all the three regions to continually develop. Ó wá di healthy rivalry. Healthy rivalry yẹn wá bọ́ sí ẹ̀tanú gbà tó yá. What did they think? What did they think? They're always feeling superior. They're always feeling this thing. But can the healthy rivalry yẹn continue? Tán kó gbogbo wa tán bí Bọ́lá Ìgè ṣe sọ, Ọlọ́run fọ̀run kẹ́. Tán bá kẹran mérò, kì í ṣe bí táwa yìí là bá wà. I'm very positive pé any right thinking Nigerian tó bá rí gbogbo nǹkan tó kọ síbẹ̀ yẹn will know that is applicable. Mo ti sọ story ti Yoruba agenda. The Yoruba agenda, take Yoruba out of it, fi ìjọ síbẹ̀, fi team síbẹ̀, fi ìjọkùn síbẹ̀. It's relevant to them, just like it's relevant to you. I just suffer ni. Even my mẹ̀kúnnù tó wà north don't suffer. Only a few people ló gbádùn nínú wọn. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ ká pẹ́ ní meeting. David Ọláníyàn ti sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Ta ló wà ńbẹ̀ tí ò tí sọ̀rọ̀? I see 2 other people's ẹ má jẹ́ ká gba èmi bí ká má gbọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹni gbàgbá ọtí lẹ́nu.
Owólabí Ọládẹ̀jọ ò tí sọ̀rọ̀.
Ọládẹ̀jọ, okay. Oya, Mr. Ọládẹ̀jọ, ẹ sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o.
Yes.
Tàbí ẹ káàsán ní gbogbo ibi tá a bá wà, a kú pàdé. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ kí alàgbà Fapounda. Ìta bá pàdé báyìí máa ní ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni, kò dẹ̀ lè dínà ẹ̀, bẹ̀tẹ̀gbọ́n mi ni. What you have ignited, Olúwa jẹ́ kí kó já sí ire fún gbogbo wa. Mo náwó lẹ́ẹ̀kan because somebody made a comment which I think I needed to react to. We should not be disturbed by when distraction were. There must be distraction. Yeah. The few people tó bá mọ̀ pọ̀ already àti lọ nìkan keep on. People will criticize us, people will abuse us, they will insinuate anything. At a time, I have to caution somebody because he felt I should know Akin Fapounda, and I said I know him. He said I don't know him. I said why? He said Ntonse Tinubu lo alẹ́yìn ẹ̀. And I told him that I'm ready to stake my life that Fapounda only ṣiṣẹ́ fún Tinubu. So now, if somebody is trying to pull somebody down, if you know where you are going, I don't think you need to be bothered. So my little speech will be that let's keep on. By God's grace, this particular movement, we will get there. Yoruba to this stage, we are no longer stoppable. I know what I'm saying. Fapounda is hearing my voice, I suppose. He knows what I'm saying. This movement, as at now, nothing can convince me better than even the result I am getting myself. So let's keep it on. Thank you. God bless us all.
Thank you. Olusegun Dare, are you there? Segun Dare.
Yes, sir. Ẹ káalẹ́, sir.
Ó jàre, káàbọ̀.
Ẹ káalẹ́ gbogbo ilé o. Mo kí ẹ kú ìgbìyànjú látàárọ̀. Ọlọ́run á gbàdúrà gbogbo wa. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò pọ̀, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan tí ìbá sọ pé kí n sọ. Ní gbogbo àwọn àgbààgbà ti sọ. Àbí àwọn ìbéèrè tí mo ní, ọ̀pọ̀ nínú wọn ti dáhùn. Mo kàn ní pé kí n kàn fẹ́ lè kún. Kó má dàbẹ̀ ni pé mi sọ tí mo fẹ́ sọ gan. Nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run ń lo bàbá Fapounda láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí, nǹkan tó ju wa táwa nínú ìpàdé yìí lọ ni. Ẹnìkan sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan gan pé màmá kan sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ pé ayé àwọn ọmọ wa àbáyé àwọn ọmọ wa ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ìgbìyànjú tá bá lè gbìyànjú sìn, a máa kọ́ pa tiwa wípé àwa náà ṣe níbẹ̀. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́, àwọn olóyìnbó ń pè wọn kan ní disruption, wọ́n dẹ̀ ń pè wọn ní transformation. Disruption ó máa ń ní ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà ó máa ń mú ìnira dání ní àwọn ibì kan, ó dẹ̀ máa ń gbà míì fẹ́ mú dàrúdàpọ̀ dání. Ibi tí Nàìjíríà dẹ̀ tó dúró lé nìyí, a gbọ́dọ̀ wà careful gan, nítorí pé apart from wípé Nàìjíríà ti economically Nàìjíríà ò gbádùn, oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ti wà complicated na political system, so a gbọ́dọ̀ wà extra careful. So èmi believe pé ọ̀rọ̀ lórí regional Nàìjíríà yìí ó máa dàbí nǹkan tó lóyìnbó ń pè ní special purpose vehicle fún wa ni. Láì dènà pẹnu, ẹ má dàbí owó adé yẹn àgbà. èmi believe pé láti sìn lọ lára àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ wa ni pé ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi àwọn ènìyàn sí ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wá bá ṣe máa fi àwọn èèyàn sí ipò. Ó jẹ́ Tinubu ló wà ń bẹ̀ ni o, ó jẹ́ nìkan tó wà ń bẹ̀ ni o. We should have a lobby group that bá a ṣe ń ṣe kíní tá a ṣe plan kíní outside government tó jẹ́ tá a ṣe ń ṣe individual tó jẹ́ movement yìí. A máa ní àwọn ènìyàn nínú ìjọba jẹ́ kí wọ́n lè máa fẹnu sí pé báyìí 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 ni ó ṣe ń lọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe báyìí. Tí kíní bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní momentum láti government end nípa àwọn èèyàn wa tá a fi síbẹ̀, not necessarily pé a fi wọ́n síbẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan tí mo try sọ ni pé ká níbi lobby group that will make this agenda, that will put this agenda on the front burner for government, for institutions and everything. So ó jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àfikún tí èmi máa fi kún gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn èèyàn ti sọ látàárọ̀. Mo dẹ̀
Thank you very much.
Mo nígbàgbọ́ pé Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Ẹ ṣé gan-an. Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Ẹ ṣé gan-an.
Thank you. Now, I went through the charts. Àwọn kan wà tán fi nọ́mbà wọn lẹ̀ tán ní kíní. There is also a link on how to join the WhatsApp group tí àwọn documents yẹn wà. Those who want to be registered in the movement too can add their names and phone number there, and you will be contacted. Ẹ ka àwọn messages ní ọ̀dọ̀ yín. Thank you very much. Àròpọ̀ eré àfọ̀ọ́dà jẹ́ kí o tún wo àròpọ̀ eré.
Baba Arupore has a special information for everybody.
Huh?
Arupore has information for everyone.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Ẹ ṣé, mo kí wa pé a kún látẹ̀tẹ̀ kan, bàbá wa Dr. Fapounda, mo kí yín o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ní gbogbo àgbáyé àtàwọn tó wà lórí meeting lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Tí ẹ bá fẹ́ rí dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì lọ́wọ́, kì í ṣe pé tí ẹ bá fẹ́ rí, màá tún rọ̀ wá pé ká jọ ẹ print ẹ̀ tó bá ṣeé ṣe. Ẹ print ẹ̀ tó bá ṣeé ṣe kẹ́ fẹ́ àwọn ọmọ yín, ẹ̀yin màmá wa tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé òyìnbó yìí ẹ̀yin ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ nǹkan tí bàbá Bánjí Ayélóge sọ lẹ́ǹkan yẹn, tẹ́rí tọ́wọ́ ọmọdé ò bá tẹ̀kú idà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìyàwó ọmọọba Àlànà ṣe sọ, kì í béèrè ikú tó pa bàbá ẹ̀. Ẹ wàá kà á, bàbá wa kan sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan, ó lòun ń fa ìlà sí ìbéèrè tó ní nǹkan tó, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ lọ fa àlà sí díẹ̀, eléyìí kì í ṣàṣemọ̀. Now ẹ wá print ẹ̀ jáde, ẹ jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ yín ó kà á fún yín, ìdí tẹ́ ẹ fi láwọn ọmọ nìyẹn, wọn ò dẹ̀ ní kú mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ lágbára lọ́wọ́ Olódùmarè, ẹ jẹ́ kí wọn ó kà á fún yín. Tẹ́ bá wá fẹ́ jẹ́ kọ́wọ́ yín ó tẹ dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì yín ní kíákíá, ẹ lọ sí orí fóònù yín àbí orí kọ̀ǹpútà yín, ẹ táìpù www.yorubakingdomtv.com lórí wẹ́bsáìtì yẹn. Tẹ́ bá ti rí, ẹ ti rí dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì àti pé àwọn ọmọ yín tí wọ́n ti bá wa fi sórí ẹ̀ báyìí, ẹ rí dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì yẹn níbẹ̀, wọ́n á kọ regional document lórí wẹ́bsáìtì yẹn. Ibikíbi tẹ́ ẹ bá wà lágbàáyé, ìbáàjẹ́ orí fóònù yín, ẹ tẹ̀ ẹ dáńlóòdù dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì yẹn níbẹ̀. Ní nǹkan tí information tó tún wà bí ẹnìkan sọ nínú láìní lẹ́ẹ̀kan, ẹni yẹn mi ò ní dárúkọ ẹni yẹn. Ọmọọba Àlànà ti ṣàlàyé nígbà tán sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé rí, mi ò ní kẹ́nìkẹ́ni ó mọ̀ jáde kó wá bú bàbá Arupore. Èyí tó yí ẹ ó pọ̀ ju eléyìí tí ò yí ẹ. So èyí tá à ń ṣe yìí, téèyàn bá jókòó dáadáa tó lọ sun tọmọlúwàbí ń sùn, ó yẹ kó yí ẹ dáadáa. Yorùbá ni ẹ, èmi ò ní fún ọ lésì jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, ṣùgbọ́n rò ó dáadáa o. Tó bá fẹ́ bú èmi, wàá bú mi dáadáa. Ojú bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ ṣé.
Ẹ ṣé bàbá Arupore, àkòyà ibi. Thank you very much. Now, since tí Fatai ó ti sọ̀rọ̀, Pastor
mo fẹ́ share information kan ni bàbá. Ẹ ṣe rí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ní pé
ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yin Yorùbá tẹ́ bá ti ṣe fẹ́ kúrò bí ṣe lábẹ́ yìí.
Mo fẹ́ kúrò 1 minute péré ni. Ṣé rí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ movement tá à ń sọ yìí sà? Ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ béèrè o. Mo lè máa dá sí ìbéèrè yẹn, èmi ó máa dá sí. Kò sí movement tá a ṣe without owó o.
Ní sùúrù.
Kò sí movement tá ẹ jọ sà.
Ní sùúrù.
Ẹ yẹ ká sọ inaugural náà.
Inaugural meeting náà wà.
Mo fẹ́ má bàa wá pé ká ní project tá a máa ṣe ọ̀nà ọ̀dẹ ni mo fẹ́ ká ṣe ọ̀nà tá a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣọ̀nà wọn á mọ movement wa.
Okay, àfiyèsí ṣé mbolo ti wá Ṣàgégé ni àbí.
Ọmọ Èkó lèmi ọmọ ológbò ni.
Náà ni mò ń béèrè yìí.
Ẹ jẹ́ aṣọ náà.
Máa ní sùúrù. Àfiyèsí ìcháàjì tárín ọ̀nà ìfàkọ̀síjàyè àbí ìfàkọ̀jàyè sí kínní.
Ó yá, yes, mo lè ṣe.
Ó yá. Jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ síbi tọ́rọ̀ wà. You have to have any movement lele. This movement is for specific agenda. Ìwọ ní nǹkan tá ọ̀nà ní tiẹ̀. Look, this nǹkan tó bá wà lágenda ló máa ń tẹ̀lé. There may be a time that we will come here. Nǹkan báyìí ni. Now this is one set up for that. Ẹni tí ò tí sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nìí, oníkálukú ń ronú, àmọ̀ bó ṣe ń lọ. This is my 35th year lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá meeting tá máa ń ṣe. Mo mọ̀ ẹni míì ti ronú pé mo máa sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́nìí. Tí ọ̀rọ̀ bá tí nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ múra sí kankan wá láti lé tán bá ti sọ ní ìdí àtúntò sọ, we are not doing competition. David Olaniyan pastor ẹjọ́ kejì lẹ́nu ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́ni tí ò tí sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀. Káyọ̀dé Àjàó Adékọ́lá ò tí sọ̀rọ̀. Ìwọ ni mo fẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀. Káyọ̀dé Àjàó Adékọ́lá.
Ó kì í ń káàkó tẹ̀wá ní tẹ̀yìn ẹ̀rù.
Bàbá ẹ lọmọ kan ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Àbí ọ̀dọ̀
Pastor David Olaniyi, please mute your phone.
Yeah, go ahead, Káyọ̀dé.
Okay, sir. Mo kí yín bàbá Ajílóge, mo kí yín púpọ̀. Mo dẹ̀ kí Dr. Fapounda, mo kí yín náà púpọ̀ gan-an ni. Mo sì kí gbogbo àwa tá a wà ní orí ìkànnì yìí. Ìbéèrè mi ọ̀pọ̀ púpọ̀ jù. Ìbéèrè tó fẹ́ béèrè náà ni pé regionalism ló fẹ́ ṣe yìí. Mo rí i pé ṣé nǹkan kan ò tún ní tẹ̀yìn yọ nítorí pé àwọn tí wọ́n tó gba ilẹ̀ already àwọn tó máa ń sọ pé no man's land ní Èkó bákan wọ́n ti gba ilẹ̀ tó ti gba gbogbo ilẹ̀ pápátá. So nígbà tí regionalism bá dé tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣé kò ní di wàhálà débi pé àwọn tó wọ́n wá ní South East ń sìn pé wọ́n ti ní iléeṣẹ́ àbí nǹkan instead kan gba àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá sí iléeṣẹ́ wọn rárá tara wọn nìkan ni wọ́n mọ̀ gbọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Then àwọn Fúlàní ṣé àǹfààní òtún ní máa fún wọn òtún nílé máa wọ ọ̀dọ̀ wa wá láti máa ṣe jàǹbá bákan. So nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ béèrè náà nìyẹn.
Ó ṣe Káyọ̀dé nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ one line láti máa ṣe wọ́n ní mi ò lè kú kankan ò lè joyè ilé bàbá ẹ̀. Gbogbo nǹkan tá a dáwọ́lé yìí òun ló máa dẹ́kun nǹkan tó sọ. So tó bá dẹ̀ wá wù wá ká káwọ́ kò ká ní ẹ̀rù àwọn kan tó ti wọlé ẹ̀rù ẹ̀ ń bà wá. Ó jẹ́ pé kákúkú sọ pé ó dàbọ̀ ó di gbére nìyẹn bí Ọlọ́run ní í ṣe tiwa bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká rò ó ká máa finú bá nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí ká máa finú bá lọ. Èèyàn kankan ò lè lọ lálẹ́ fún wa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nìbàdàn ní gbogbo ẹ̀. Irọ́ ni gbogbo propaganda yẹn. Zik fẹ́ náà wò ní in the 60s ṣé bá rán padà sí ìlú ẹ̀ tó lọ gba premiership nílùú ẹ̀ tó ta lè kúrò ní Yorùbá. Ìgbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ action group orúkọ báyìí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. West for West, East for East, North for North. The first slogan action group ni. So look, èèyàn náà àwa ló kàn sìn kì í ṣe bíi tẹ́ni tó lọ Àbújá. Ọwọ́ wa ló wà ń sìn tọ́lọ́run ìgbẹ́mi wa dúró ní pé ká jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa nílẹ̀ wa ká sọ kó tẹ́ sí jà lélẹ̀. Bí mo ṣe sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ mo ní káwọn náà dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì á ní kẹ́ lọ gbà kán pa Yorùbá kúrò kán kọ orúkọ kìíní wọn kán lọ implement ẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wọn. Then Nigeria will be better. We are not against anybody. The Western regional government, it's not, we are not saying we are against them. Aláfẹ́ nǹkan tó ti bàjẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ níbi tá a ṣe dé, ibi táwọn bàbá wa gbé dé kẹ́ tó bàjẹ́ débi tó dé torí pé ẹ kó wa múra. Aláfẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kí ni kí ló fẹ́ fàjà nìyẹn? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ sí bá a ṣe máa ṣe kíní kákólà kúrò nínú ẹ̀kọ́ kọlà. Ẹ ṣeun. Tí ò bá sí ẹni tó, ta ló tún sọ̀rọ̀ yìí?
Bàbá àròkọ mo kí yín o.
Àròkọ iṣẹ́ rẹ nìyẹn.
Bàbá àròkọ mo kí yín o. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ sọ náà.
Ta ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí? Àròkọ mo rò pé ó sọ̀rọ̀. Káyọ̀dé o ti sọ tiẹ̀ tán. That's enough. Ọjọ́ meeting mi wàá tún sọ mí. Thank you. How many hours láti wà nílé ni? Now, Dr. Fapounda. Ṣé wà bẹ́ẹ̀?
Tunde Jimoh wà ń bẹ̀ o. We have Tunde Jimoh.
It's already 2 hours. Already 2 hours. We need to round up.
We're already 2 hours.
We have one more hands up.
Okay. Tunde Jimoh. Okay, quickly.
Ẹ káàsán o. Ẹ káàsán sá o. Ẹ ṣeun gan. In fact, my life, I've never been this happy. Because I'm from a younger generation and gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ náà, there is a lot of gap between us and even the older generation. But having said that, mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín sà. Orí ìdọ̀bálẹ̀ dẹ̀ mo wà fún everybody tó ti contribute síbí báyìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọlúàbí tí mo jẹ́. But nǹkan suggestion méjì náà mo ní tí mo fẹ́ sọ sà. The first one ni pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká ní specific agenda, vision, mission statement.
There's a document already on that now. There's a document presented.
Okay,
there's
sir.
a document on that.
Mo fẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n mission statement, vision statement, then how to move from A to B.
There.
Yes.
How many documents are articulated?
Okay. Then secondly, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn bàbá wa náà because languages are in pictures. Ṣẹ́rí àwọn generation tó ń tẹ̀lé tó wà nílẹ̀ báyìí, they think, they interpret in English in their mindset before they translate it to Yoruba. But èmi tó yẹ pé mother tongue me is Yoruba, I interpret, because languages are in pictures, I interpret in Yoruba in my mindset before I translate it to English. So báwọn bàbá náà ṣe sọ pé èèyàn tó bá fẹ́ sọ Yorùbá kó sọ is also welcome. Then another thing tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́, direction tá a bá máa lọ, kẹ́ jẹ́ ká involve àwọn younger generations because they have the energy to drive this. We have the energy. You have the wisdom. We have the energy. And the lemma guide with your wisdom. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Dr. Fapounda, are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you, sir.
Yes, èèyàn kan sọ pé òun fẹ́ rójú yín, ó ní alàgbà Fapounda, ẹ jẹ́ ká rí ojú yín. Ó tún sọ lóyìnbó in case you don't speak enough, bóyá Ìjẹ̀ṣà nìkan ló gbọ́.
The system is in. Internet is very weak. If I go picture it, go.
So kò come back.
Put my name on YouTube.
On YouTube.
I've severally appeared on many TV stations in the last 3 weeks. What happened on YouTube? Anything you want to hear is there.
Okay. Làwa oníkẹ̀kẹ́ àbí oníkẹ̀kẹ́ òrìṣà wálé ló béèrè question. Ó ti gbọ́. Làwa. Go to YouTube or Google the name Akin Fapounda. You will see the name. All right. On that note, mi ò rò pé a ti sọ̀rọ̀ débi tí ó yẹ ká sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ tún máa gbúròó wa. There is a steering committee on all these things tó máa ṣiṣẹ́. Torí pé a ṣe meeting ò mí pé iṣẹ́ òun lọ. As the thing progresses, we will have open forum like this. And we can call on you also. Tábà mọ̀ ipò ní nǹkan kan tí ẹnìyẹn lè ṣe. Òun la fi ní kẹ́ register ní WhatsApp group yẹn. Forúkọ yín síbẹ̀. Don't go there with aliases mi á ṣe ó lè fi spirit síbẹ̀ mi fi ẹ lọ change ẹ̀ sórúkọ yín. Of course, I won't be calling a spirit, but téèyàn kan bá ní Ọlọ́run ní Ṣọlá Ayọ̀túndé lórúkọ òun, màá pè é, màá lè bá sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Is there anything you want to add, Dr. Fapounda, before we close?
No, it's to thank everybody and thank you as the chairman and the moderator. I wish everybody well. They look out for more information. Today's inaugural meeting, as you said, so it's just to
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Esheo, I need somebody. Can somebody move for adjournments? Come on, I need somebody move for adjournment of this meeting from the floor.
Professor Ademola move for adjournment.
Talo move.
Professor Ademola.
Okay.
Okay, I will take it like Professor Ademola is moving. Extra Olade is seconded. Thank you very much, Esheo. Okay, you are support. Thank you very much. Esheo, thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Long way out.